Welcome back to Johnson Family Times. So as promised, today you will get our smartest puppy in the world video. First, I'm going to show you some of the little tools and a couple little tricks and things that we have. Treats for training. Any brand is fine. It doesn't matter what brand these are, but you got your just little bits. You can get store-bought or you can cut up, little bits of hot dogs, stuff like that. But you want to make sure things that are high value, like hot dogs, you're not using all the time, or he'll expect that all the time. So I try to stick with the little more boring these. And for things like walks and trying to train recall, we're doing high value treats. High value treats are things like cooked chicken breast, hot dog, like I said. Currently I'm out of those things, so I am using some leftover meatloaf. There's nothing in it that he can't have, and it's certainly a high value treat. So moving on. As far as walking, I've been using a harness for him. When he was teeny tiny, he had a couple of cloth harnesses. Now he's got a pet safe no pull harness. It only goes on him for walks, and it does seem to do what it claims it does. It doesn't have a pinch or anything. It just has a thing on his chest that basically if he decides he's going to start pulling, it just kind of knocks him off course, and that's irritating to him, so he would rather just walk. So here's what that looks like. It's a harness. Goes around his neck and around his girth, I guess. Biggest other trick, or I guess the biggest other tool that we've been using for him is bells on the door. So that would lead us to our first thing we trained him, and that's to potty outside. So we use bells on the door. When we brought him home, it was like with any other puppy, you just have to watch him, and as he starts looking for a spot, sniffing around, you just have to take him outside. You have to do that the entire time he's awake in the house until he starts to get it. So we did that, I don't know, it was a couple weeks of that, a good week, 10 days or so. And then we got bells. We hung them on the door, and every time we took him outside, we'd have him ring the bells, either ring them for him, use his little paw to smack them, whatever, so that they made noise. That took 2 days. And then he figured out that if he rings the bells, he'll get to go outside. And that was it. By the time he was, 12, 14 weeks old, he rings the bells to go out and go potty. He also rings the bells to go out and go play a lot, but he's had almost no accidents in the house. So that's awesome. Bells on your door for potty training your dog. Another tool that's very handy with a puppy or any dog is this. This is not a name brand Kong. This is, Nylabone. But same concept, same basic shape. You fill it. This has yogurt, dog food, and is sealed up with peanut butter. I freeze it with a straw in it, because there have been dogs that have gotten hurt because they get their tongue suctioned in there. So by doing that, it can't make suction. So we freeze this, and then when I have to work or I have to take a nap or I have to get something done or leave or whatever, this will keep him pretty satisfied in his cage for a good while. That's a licky mat. It is made of silicone and has little nubs, and it has peanut butter and yogurt and dog food. Same ingredients I put in the Kong. This is handy for his nails. I've always wanted a dog that I could trim their nails and have them not freak out. So far, so good with this one, and we're doing it with a Dremel.
Is that the tool? Is that the attachment you use?
This is the attachment that I use. This is the Dremel paw control. It is meant for doing pets. I did take off the pet attachment because you're supposed to stick their nail in it, and it's awkward and weird. He's pretty calm, and as long as he has this mat to lick on, I can scoop up his feet and just very easily and nicely trim his nails. And then they're all nice and smooth and rounded and pretty. Want to talk about the first few things that we or anybody trains a puppy when you bring them home. First is teaching them their name once you've decided that. This might be kind of hard to demonstrate because he already knows his name. But really the process for that is just say it, and when he looks at you, treat. Say it, when he looks at you, treat. So, Sydney. 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 Yep, so that he knows what his name is already. So leave it is one of the more important commands, one of the first things they should know. Whether you're telling them to leave something you dropped on the floor, or you're trying to tell them to leave the 2-year-old alone, to not grab at his feet, whatever. So that's an important command. To do that, you take a treat that you know he wants, hold it, you tell him leave it. He knows this one. So again, this is kind of hard to demonstrate. But when he didn't know it, he would claw and claw and claw at the hand. But as soon as he stops and leave it, good boy. Yep, kind of like that. He kind of got naughty there for a second. But as soon as he leaves it, then he gets the treat. Do that a lot. He's still kind of bad at it. But he definitely knows. So after you leave it and you're teaching him his name and he knows how to go potty outside, there's your other basics, your sit, your lay down, your stay, things like that. So let's show you a few of the things that he does know. He does know sit. So Sid, come here. Sit. Oh, he sits. Good boy. We've also learned shake. I didn't have to do anything to teach him shake, really. I just said shake, and he gives me his paw. So
how did you get him to give you his paw?
I just asked for it.
Oh.
I don't know. Sydney. We also know lay down. Oh, good boy. So roll over is a fun trick, but it is a work in progress. Sydney, come here. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Roll over. And you kind of bring the treat towards his butt. And he rolls over. Good boy, roll over. He'll figure it out. We've also learned speak. Good boy. And we've learned shh. Quiet. Good boy, quiet. Speak and quiet is just fun, I guess. My hope is that by teaching him quiet, that when he's barking incessantly at something, that it would work to shut him up. But so far it does not. But it's cute. Lay down. So for teaching him lay down when he doesn't want to lay down, basically just point at the floor and he'll lay down. Sit. Lay down. Go boy. And as soon as he does it, just give him the treat. Lay down. Lay down. Good boy. Another thing we're working on is stay. It's pretty important for a dog that they stay when you tell them to. Safety reasons and whatnot. He's getting there. For starters, you tell him stay, and if he stays for like a second, you give him a treat. Just make it longer and longer and longer. I'll try to give you a demonstration of about where we're at with stay right now. So here it is. Sit. Stay. Stay. Good boy. And then when you get back, treat him. Tell him good boy stays so that he knows why he's a good boy and all that. So that's his stay. We're still working on that. But you can see he knows what he's supposed to do. Sometimes he just can't help it. But he's so smart. Recall is equally as important, if not one of the most important things your dog needs to know. I've never had a dog with good recall. They always, especially outside, just kind of want to do what they want to do. Ouch! But we're practicing. So for that, we put him in a sit, and to stay, we go to another part of the house, and then we call him. So far, it's worked every single time, but outside, he gets very distracted. He wants to play in the snow, run around. So we have to work on it outside. Being that it is winter, we're not out there as much as we would like, but once it warms up, we'll get out there and work on his outdoor recall. But anyway, this is what we've got for his inside sit, stay, and come. So, Root, go. Go, Root. Sit, Sitty. Sit. Stay. Sitty, come. Oh, good boy. So one of the most recent things I've been working on with him is weight. Now there's a difference between weight and stay. Stay is stay, I guess. Like I put you here and now you're gonna stay there and don't move. Weight is basically you're gonna get to go, but only when I tell you to. Weight is also helpful because he sometimes wants to chomp off your hand when you give him a treat. This makes him take a step back and wait. So, Sydney, sit. Wait. Okay. And I just did this with practice. When he would go for it, I would close my hand and say no and tell him wait. Wait. Okay. See. We've also added weight to our game of fetch. So that moves us right into teaching him fetch. Dogs don't usually need to be taught fetch, but they do need to understand that they bring it back to you, you throw it, it's fun, they bring it back, it all happens again. So let's check out Sid's fetch game. All right, Sid. Go get it. Bring it here. Bring it here. Good boy. Drop it. Sid. Sydney. Drop it. Sit. All right. So fetch started that way. He just goes as soon as I throw it. I'm trying to put a little more control into it now. So by control, I mean wait. 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 Okay. Bring it here. Good boy. Good boy.
What about drop it? How are we doing on that?
Drop it is not doing very great. If you've noticed, I've been trading him a treat for the ball most of the time. Drop it. Ouch. If I'm not trading him for a treat, I kind of just sit here and be boring until he drops it. And then... Yeah, good boy. Definitely do want to give the disclaimer that I am not a dog trainer and most of my methods are probably, not what others would choose. But so far they're working. This is the smartest puppy in the world, even though he is chewing my hands off. Okay. Oh, Lord. So, we go on walks almost every day. We use the harness that I showed you earlier, the Pet Safe no-pull harness. Works well. It's good to get him out for socialization so that he can see that there are other people and dogs in the world and that he doesn't have to make a scene when he sees them. So far, so good with that. He is on his way to being the goodest boy. Thank you for joining us in this video. You can now see where we're at with Sid and what he's learning. It's definitely a work in progress. but he is only not even 4 months old. He is 16 weeks old, about 3.5 months. He'll be 4 months on the 5th of March. And get this, he weighs 50 pounds. He's not even 4 months old, and this dog weighs 50 pounds. So that's frightening, but we'll take it. I'm excited to see how big he's going to get and how much he's going to learn and grow. And that's what we got for you today. So if you have any questions or comments, let us know below. Make sure to check us out on our Facebook, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a Johnsonish day. Bye.